Joe is like so vulnerable and kind of dopey and credulous. The character is just like alive to me. And that's something that Joaquin is really able to do, create like a real, vivid, complete person.
Yeah, I mean, when I read the script, I found myself laughing out loud. And when R and I were working through it, we were just dying laughter. But I kept saying, do not let me laugh at any of this when we're actually shooting.
Right.
And that was just like what was most important, is to not distance yourself from the character. To them, it's not funny.
Where's your mask, Sheriff?
I'm outside. There's a window between us.
Cut. That's a cut.
But it's serious. And I think in those moments, it was serious to all of us during that time, right? It wasn't, okay. But I mean, during COVID, there was a period where I think during that summer of 2020, we didn't have like the self-awareness to realize how absurd we were.
I'm not too precious with this stuff. It's an action scene, so it's just about energy.
When I gave Joaquin the script, he got like very annoyed at all the things that he was gonna have to do physically.
All right, so crawling here, rises at the cab around here.
Assured me that he wasn't gonna do them.
The bullet will come from where that last cone is.
And that was the case with Bo. He said, this time I'm not gonna do it. And then he ended up doing all of it. He throws his whole self into what he's doing.
Starts running and then just catches a little bit too much momentum and falls.
And in this film, you know, there were a lot of like very intense physical demands on him.
The angle starting here, tracking over here to follow his back down there. And then we'll have a camera down there waiting for him.
Everything he does is bolstered by that image he has of himself, which is informed by all those stories he's been told. And that same conviction and righteousness runs through his rival, Ted Garcia. And he's living in his own dream world.
Ted is not an idiot, not dumb, but he's got people smarter than him that are paving the way for what his ambitions are, or his ambitions are being fed to him through the agenda of others. And I feel like it's a little bit more transparent to somebody like Joe.
Most of the characters in this film are selfish. I mean, their motives are self-serving.
424, because you want to get this, you want to get the impression of the space. There was also the shot, you know, that is just a pan to a wide, which would be a very wide lens.
24 is very...
Yeah, but 24 is, I mean, we want this to be about the space too. So 24 might be right. I mean, honestly, if we do something like this, it might be a 17, you know, to get the space.
I think there's a real singular thing happening with Ari. There is a real personal stamp on every piece of what he's creating.
'18 works too. 18 or 20. Let's get it on the camera, and then we'll decide what looks better on the monitor between the 18 and the 20.
Okay, guys, quietly, please. Quick safety meeting about what's going to happen.
Whether I have it right or not, in terms of Eddington, what Ari has written, it spoke very, very deeply into like the deepest place of what my anxieties were, as far as like how out of control, how further separate, how extreme a complex circumstance would be, rather than led into a place of healing, but into a place of fracturing and more divisiveness and more sort of like psychological and even physical destruction.
I'm sorry.
I did go through that, I did.
Eric, you should be able to break. I'm so sorry.
Watch the blood on the floor, guys. We're gonna roll on some balls, yeah?
I was like, what story are you telling, and what is the vision, and what is the tone, and how do you want me to do it? And Ari was like, how do you want to do it? And then I was like, oh yeah, I'm an adult. I should be able to answer these questions.
This next take, this will be great. Here we go.
Very quiet, please. Thank you.
Action.
Eric, you should.
And action.
Eric, you should be able.
Cut.
The cut.
Let's do one more there.
Eric, you should be.
Cut.
Watch your step, guys. It was a pretty big spray.
Yeah, for me, the process was that I was able to discover new, for lack of a better word, sound all pretentious and shit, just like to find different colors of the character as we were shooting. So the first couple weeks, I was primarily with Michael and Luke and sheriffs and deputies, kind of what that world was like.
Here we go. Sheriff, this for real?
Yes.
Yo, what you said, man? You already know what time it is. We're here in Eddington. This is the sheriff's office, you know what I'm saying? Come inside, let me show you what's going on. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You got any change? It doesn't matter, because it don't work anyway. You get me? This is where the magic happens. And this is where I've been basically living for the past few weeks, trying to get used to, you know, how a deputy kind of works. They very rarely have their feet up, but I know a couple guys that do. Obviously, my character is a sharpshooter, but this is Joe's record here. He got all headshots, as you can see. Mad. Like, he's too cold. But I am actually better than Joaquin in real life, just saying. And obviously, this is our slogan ideas. That guy done majority of these, to be honest. But this one's my favorite one, because obviously, the mayor is called Ted Garcia, and Garcia. I don't know, it just made me laugh. I'm stupid, don't worry. Yeah, I guess you guys can go now. I'm gonna get some work done. But where is my harmonica? See, props just be moving stuff, man. This is crazy. Love. Hello, Sheriff's Department.
Thank you for clicking on our video, everybody. If you like what you saw here, please make sure you like the video and subscribe and share with your friends who like this sort of content. Joblo remains an independent company, and we appreciate all of your support.